I want to start off this video by saying thank you so much to everyone who is currently subscribed to me because I hit 2,000 subscribers the other day. I'm so grateful for this little community that I built on YouTube. Thank you so much to everyone who is subscribed to me. And if you're not subscribed to me, maybe you'll like this video and maybe you'll want to subscribe to me after. That'd be cool. Hello, what's up, and welcome back to my channel, Roam with Rach. I'm currently wearing my Mr. Mullet's hostel shirt that I got from Guatemala. The hostel was, but we love a free shirt. We love a free shirt. I've made so many videos on different travel tips and how to travel solo, so I'm kind of like your one-stop shop for the best travel advice ever. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about small, simple, easy things that you can do while you're traveling that make so much of a difference. Okay, the first is gonna sound like a broken record if you've watched my videos before, but this one cannot be ignored, okay? Don't travel with checked luggage, okay? Traveling with carry-on only is such a game changer. The feeling you get when you can just walk off the plane and walk into your destination, knowing that you saved money, knowing that you're traveling light and that everything you need and want is on your back or at your side. Just trust me on this, when you go traveling, it is so much easier to travel with a carry-on if you can. Something I would recommend if you don't like traveling with carry-on only is just making sure that you always have an extra change of clothes and maybe pajamas in your personal item bag. So that way, if anything happens to your big luggage, you are at least set for one day and then you can kind of figure out your clothing situation from there. You just never know. You never know with checked bag, and that's why I stay away from them. I think I mentioned this in a video prior, but I had someone reach out who watches my content and they basically were telling me that they went on their first backpacking trip. They were so excited and they lost their bag. Like, they had a big backpack that they couldn't travel with carry-on only, and it literally got lost. Thankfully, they used one of my tips from a previous video and had an air tag in their bag, so everything was fine. But do you see why I say only travel with a carry-on? Do you see? Do you see? The next small and easy travel tip that makes such a difference is traveling with pens. You never know when you're gonna need to sign something or fill out a customs form. It's always easier to have your own pen on you. A lot of the times at certain airports where everyone knows that they have to fill out a form for immigration or for a visa or something like that, there is going to be such a lineup of people trying and fighting for the small number of pens. So it's so much easier if you have your own. You can just walk over to the side, get the form, you've got your own pen. I always travel with 2 pens just in case one breaks or something happens to one. I need to lend one to someone else to be a good friend. I always have an extra one. The next thing I would recommend doing is taking a picture of your passport. This is good for so many reasons, just in case you lose your passport or something happens and you need to go to the embassy, but also just in case you want to like know your passport number and you don't want to have to bring your passport with you. Some tour agencies or travel guides will have you fill out a form with your passport information on it, and I don't know about you, but I don't like walking around with my passport just anywhere. I like keeping it locked up and safe. I don't like bringing it with me day to day because that's more of a chance that you will lose it. So what I do in those scenarios is I just take a picture of my passport. I've actually traveled so much now that I've memorized my passport number. If you're someone who does not have your passport memorized, that is a good thing to do. If you have an iPhone, another tip would be to just favorite your photo or to put it in a certain folder that's easily accessible to you so you don't have to go scrolling through all your photos to find it. The next one's gonna sound a little bit niche, but if you are traveling and you're jumping from place to place, please do not forget to dry your toothbrush, okay? If you have one of those toothbrush holders that's like the tube where you can put it in, that was me on my very first backpacking trip, and by like a week in, my toothbrush smelled so bad because I wasn't letting it air out. I was just using my toothbrush and then clipping it together and not getting any airflow. There were like tiny air holes in my toothbrush holder, but not enough to really air it out. So I got to a point where I would just sit my toothbrush like in the bottom half of it and let it air out. If you're traveling from place to place and you don't have time to air out your toothbrush before you're leaving, just making sure that immediately when you get to your next place, you are opening up your toothbrush canister holder thing and you are letting it breathe, okay? It is so bad disgusting, unhealthy for you if you're not letting your toothbrush air out. And if you have to buy new ones like every couple weeks, obviously that can get annoying. So just making sure, I know this is such a silly thing, and that's kind of the theme of this video, just small, simple, silly things that make so much of a difference. Don't forget to air out your toothbrush. The next small travel tip that makes a world of a difference is having a separate cosmetic bag just for your shower stuff. This is great when you're staying in hostels, but honestly anywhere. Sometimes when you're traveling, you have like a big cosmetic bag and everything's in there. And then when you need to go shower, you kind of have to like go through like, what do I need to shower? And then you forget things. It's like, it's a whole thing. It's so much easier if you just have a separate cosmetic bag and it just has all your shower essentials in it. So for me, that'd be like my face wash, my bar of soap, my African neck cloth that I like to use as like a loofah, my shaver, anything like that. I just have it in a separate bag because that way when I need to go shower, I know that I can just go, oh, this is the bag I need, and then go on my merry way. Something that I really struggled with when I first started traveling really frequently is just staying organized with everything, but especially with my cosmetic bags. Just because I had so many things, it's easier when you separate it. Like for me, I kind of separate it: shower stuff, skincare stuff, makeup stuff, and then miscellaneous like hair and shavers and other things like that like are kind of in a separate bag. Having it organized that way is just so much easier. And then also at the airport, having it organized with like liquids and no liquids. My main liquids are just my skincare stuff, so that's why it's easier for me to organize it that way. But you'll learn the hard way or the easy way when you travel that staying organized can really elevate your travel experience because you're less stressed, you know where everything is, and yeah, it's just better. So having a separate cosmetic bag, something that I've seen a lot of people do is having those like hanging cosmetic bags that like can hang on a shower door. Those look so cool. Like I almost feel like I want to invest in one because I just think that would be so easy. So many times when you're staying in hostels especially, there's nowhere really for you to like put your stuff. Or if there is, it's like really like a really small shelf, or it's really dirty and it's not the vibe. So having an over the door hanging shower cosmetic bag is just so much easier. So definitely gonna look into those. Let me know in the comments if you have one and where you got it from, and if you like it, let me know, help me out. The last small thing I think that makes a huge difference is just having a laundry bag. I feel like so often hostel dorm rooms can look like this. I know, very scary. But I like when my bag looks very organized and clean. And in order to do that, I put clothes that I need to wash in a separate laundry bag. A lot of the times if I want to be compact, and a lot of my clothes are coming out of one of my packing cubes that is empty now, I sometimes will compact it into a packing cube. But just keeping it in that bag just keeps it nice and separate from your clean clothes, but then also easy to see what you need to wash. I know that when that bag gets really full that I need to go and wash my clothes, so it's easy at a glance to see in your backpack, okay, I've got a lot of dirty clothes right now. We need to maybe do something about that. All right, that's everything for this video. Very small, easy travel tips that make so much of a difference. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I make videos on travel, I make videos on fashion, I do some lifestyle content, and I post every single Sunday. So you know you're getting a consistent girly. But that's everything for this video, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.